Yes.
Does he even have gloves? No, he doesn't.
Yeah. What are your
See the top.
Oh, assalamu alaikum rahmatullah. Sorry, I'm running a little bit late. Oh, all right, sorry. He had an emergency surgery today. We had a patient that came in. He actually needed operation on his heart. So I just finished that operation. And you know what we found inside of his heart when we operated is we found this. A sad heart. Yeah, so after he woke up, he told us what happened is that he said that he feels bad because the last 15, 18 days he spent and he wasn't really doing anything he's supposed to be doing. He wasn't praying. He was watching too much. He was not doing dhikr, not reading the Quran. So we told him, inshallah, he's going to be completely fine. He's going to be completely fine, inshallah. He just needs to take advantage of the next 10 nights or next 10 nights that are coming up, inshallah. All right, so let me put my stuff away and get ready for the power hour, inshallah. Okay. Sorry, guys, had an emergency. Okay. Hi, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back to the Power Hour, everyone. This is the special hour where every Sunday, my family gets to spend time with your family. So thank you for joining us again today. And we have so many exciting things to do and some announcements to make as well, inshallah. So get comfortable and let's begin, inshallah. You remember my team here. You have Zainab and Fatima and my sons Ibrahim and Abdullah. I have a question for all of you. Do you know what this is? And this one? And this one? This one? Oh, look, there's even a big one here. And we have this one too. Okay. So these are all different Qur'ans of different shapes and sizes. But do you know how they got here? Let's put this back for a second here. Do you know how they got here? Well, let me tell you about a story about how these Qur'ans all came. Long time ago, over 1400 years ago, there was a man by the name of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He used to go up to Cave Hira and he used to meditate there and get away from the world because it was a little bit crazy, kind of like how it is today. So he would go up there and he would meditate and stay, in quiet, just thinking about the world, thinking about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And one day, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala decided that it's time to let him know that he's a prophet. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent Angel Jibreel alayhi salam to the cave. And what happened there was that the Angel Jibreel, the Prophet had no idea who this was. So I can turn this way. The Angel Jibreel comes to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and he hugs him really tight, so that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam described it as if his ribs were breaking. And he would say, Iqra.
I don't know. I'm not a reciter.
The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that. So then the Angel Jibreel squeezed him again. He said, Iqra.
I'm not a reciter.
And he did it a third time. He said, squeeze him real hard, said, Iqra.
I'm not a reciter. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اقرأ باسم ربك الذي خلق خلق الإنسان من علق اقرأ وربك الأكرم الذي علم بالقلم علم الإنسان ما لم يعلم.
Jazakallahu khairan. So that was the first revelation that came down to the Prophet ﷺ, called Surah from Iqra Bismi Rabbika Alladhi Khalaq. Okay, so Surah Qalam. So that's how sorry, that's called Surah Alam. So that's the first revelation that came to the Prophet ﷺ, and from there we know all of these different Qur'ans were made eventually over the life of the Prophet ﷺ. So let's get to our first craft. So for this craft, you're going to need crayons, scissors, and glue again. All right, let's get this. Can you go get it? We'll give it a few minutes for everyone to get ready with their stuff. Good job. Okay. There you go. You're going to cut two? Okay, so so if you see this, this is what the first craft looks like. Okay, it is a bookmark, and we're going to be making this bookmark. So what you have to do is, if you follow the instructions on there, you have to first color the two bookmarks. Color here, here, and here, and also here. Okay. Then once you're done coloring, then we'll talk about the next steps, inshallah. You guys can start coloring. That's okay. So while you guys are coloring, we'll talk about the different things. The first thing is that if you look at the background here, we designed this like the cave of Hira so that we can get a little excited about the Quran, because this is a very, very important month. Quran is obviously the book that we all read, all Muslims read, and it's very important because it has so many different messages in there. The Quran is used for cures, it's used for protection. It was sent to teach us what's right, what to do, what's right, and also tell us what not to do. It also helps us get closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the more we read and the more we do what it says, we can get a spot in Jannah. Okay, you guys almost done coloring? We'll give it another minute or so before we finish coloring, and then we'll move to the next step. Okay, all done. Okay. All right, you guys are done. Okay, good. So I have a scissor here. So now what we're going to do next is that you have to do a little bit more cutting than what it says. So basically, we're going to cut right down the middle here, okay, on both of these sides, but obviously cut everything else around it also. So cut around the bookmark, and especially cut down the middle here. Now I can't say I'm not a good cutter because I just came back from surgery apparently, so I have to make sure I cut on the lines. Here's another scissor. That's fine, that's okay. Okay, so you cut it like that first, and then cut it in half. And obviously, you guys already know the routine, but if you don't know where these crafts are coming from, they're on our website, alhudamke.org/kidsfun, and you can download this and make this at home. Okay, so once you cut them, let's move this closer here. Okay, so once you cut them, you'll see two separate pieces like this, right? What we're going to do is that we're going to glue the back of it together. So you put it together like this, and then you glue it, okay? So that's what it should look like. So now you have two bookmarks. Okay. So these bookmarks are really important because, you know, sometimes when I'm reading Quran and I get to a spot and I have to go somewhere, I don't know where I stop. So then when I go back, I'm gonna have to figure out where I'm doing. So with these bookmarks, you can put that into a specific area, and you can even mark off, you know, have a little, you know, a little spot in there where you can point with the arrow and see where you stop. So this will come in handy for us reading Quran, especially now that we're getting more into the rhythm of reading Quran. All right, so that is the first craft. Now, I told you the story about how the Quran came, but when did it come, right? What night? Do we know what night it is? So let's read a story about that special night, inshallah. Okay. The book is called The Most Powerful Night, a Ramadan story. Okay, let's move this out of the way here. Okay, read here. Okay. The Most Powerful Night, a Ramadan story. Okay, Abdullah, can you start off with the surah?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إنا أنزلناه في ليلة القدر وما أدراك ما ليلة القدر ليلة القدر خير من 1000 شهر تنزل الملائكة والروح فيها بإذن ربهم من كل أمر سلام هي حتى مطلع الفجر.
MashaAllah, Jazakallah khair. So the story starts off with actually the surah and also the translation, which is very important for us. So we'll read the translation. In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful. Verily, we have sent this Quran down in the night of Qadr. So now we have the answer. And what will make you know what the night of Qadr is? The night of Qadr is better than 1,000 months. Therein descend the angels and the ruh by Allah's permission with all decrees. Peace until the appearance of dawn. So that's the translation of the surah. All right. Layla sat by the window under her twinkling lights that she and her mom had hung up together at the start of Ramadan. Her mother cracked the window open and a cool breeze swept Layla's curls off her shoulders. It was a beautiful Ramadan night. Mama, look, Layla exclaimed. The moon is almost a crescent again. Oh, I see that, Layla, said her mom. You know, Layla, this means that we are in the last few days of Ramadan. Layla was upset when she heard this. I don't want Ramadan to be over, Mama. I'm going to miss it so much. Oh, my Layla, indeed Ramadan is the most wonderful time of the year. Each year it brings so many blessings upon us and all Muslims celebrating around the world. These last few days, though, are the best days of Ramadan. Really, Mama? Why are they the best days of Ramadan? Asked Layla. These last few nights of Ramadan are extra special because there's one night, just one night during the last 10 nights when something magnificent and wonderful happens. Layla's jaw dropped. Really, Mama? What happens? Why is it so magnificent? When is it? Tell me more, Mama. Well, Layla, I think it's time that I tell you about Laylatul Qadr, the night of power and miracles. Layla propped herself up on her knees to listen to her mother's story. Once a year, there comes a night far more beautiful than any other night, a night of power, wonder, and many blessings, a night Muslims near and far, across oceans, atop mountains, eagerly await each year. This night, my dear Layla, is Laylatul Qadr, the most powerful night. Once a year, there comes a night. On this night, the skies are filled with sparkles and shimmers. On this night, thousands of angels come down from the heavens and fill every corner of the earth. The angels come searching for those reading and reciting the Holy Quran. On this night, there's not a single speck of space to spare between the earth and the heavens, but an angel fills it. Their wings will hold you and protect you. Their prayers will guide you. This night, my dear Layla, is Laylatul Qadr, the most powerful night. Once a year there comes a night better than 1,000 months. On this night, the reward for all the good that you do is multiplied. Not once, not twice, but 70 times. This night, my dear Layla, is Laylatul Qadr, the most powerful night. Once a year there comes a night. On this night, many years ago, the greatest book was revealed, the Holy Quran. Angel Jibreel, the leader of all the angels, was assigned the task of teaching the Quran to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. For 23 years, each Ramadan, Angel Jibreel would come down from the heavens to earth to visit the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and review Allah's book with him. On this beautiful night of Qadr, Allah sent us an everlasting gift from the heaven to read and reread to remind us that He is always there for us. The words in the Quran have not changed since the time they were first revealed. Allah has protected them, and that is why each word we read or recite has lots of power to protect us and do good. This night, my dear Layla, is Laylatul Qadr, the most powerful night. Mama, can you help me say it? Asked Layla. Layla wanted to make sure she remembered the words to describe this night so she could tell her friends all about it. Of course, my love. Let me say it slowly for you. Laylatul Qadr. Laylatul Qadr. Layl means night in Arabic, like your own name, sweetheart. Al-Qadr means divine power. When you say it together, it is a night of divine power. Laylatul Qadr. Layla slowly repeated it after her mom until she said it just right. Oh, special page. Mama, which one of these last 10 nights is Laylatul Qadr? I want to stay up to pray more and read the Quran so that the angels come to visit me. Well, you see, Layla, we don't know the exact night of Laylatul Qadr will be, but it's except in the last 10 days of Ramadan, explained Mama. Layla was a little confused. How do I know which night to stay up to read more Quran then, Mama? I don't want the angels to miss our home when they come down to earth, Layla worried. Layla's mom explained, since we don't know the exact night, we try our best to spend each one of these last 10 nights reading more Quran, giving more charity, and praying more. Wait, does that mean I get to stay up late all of the last 10 nights of Ramadan? Smiled Layla, excited at the thought that she could stay up past her bedtime. Layla's mom laughed. Well, I guess we can make an exception for these last 10 nights and let you stay up just a bit, smiled Layla's mom. Woohoo! Exclaimed Layla. Now let's pick up the Quran and read Surah Al-Qadr together. We can also make a few extra special prayers before going to bed. Mama, are the angels going to visit us tonight? Asked Layla. They sure will, my sweet Layla. They sure will, inshallah. And that is the end of the book. Wow, I really like that book. That reminds me of a Nasheed though. You guys know the Nasheed? You guys know the Nasheed? Yeah? All right, well, let's hear it then, inshallah. So this Nasheed is by native Deen called Laylatul Qadr. We have the lyrics posted on the YouTube channel under descriptions and also a link to the video. Okay.
Ramadan is flying away, fingers counting down the days, but we feel the great things are coming. We know there's a special night when angels come from up high. There is peace on earth as in heaven. One night like 1,000 months, many blessings all at once. I know that when it comes, I pray that I will be forgiven. Oh, Laylatul Qadr, it's a night of peace like no other. Until the bright morning hour, let's worship on Laylatul Qadr. For mercy on Laylatul Qadr. This night our book was revealed, then over years unveiled, so we can all love the stories. Best night to call my Creator, forgive me for my misbehaviors, my heart to witness His glory. Which night Allah only knows it. Any of the nights could be chosen. Catch it before it goes and the sun rises in the morning. Oh, Laylatul Qadr, it's a night of peace like no other. Until the bright morning hour, let's worship on Laylatul Qadr. Allahumma innaka afuwan tuhibbul afwa fa'fu anni. Lord, you are so forgiving, and I know you love to forgive, so forgive me. Ya Rabbi. Allahumma innaka afuwan tuhibbul afwa fa'fu anni. Lord, you are so forgiving, and I know you love to forgive, so forgive me. Ya Rabbi.
MashaAllah, Jazakallah khairan. Right, that was a beautiful story and a beautiful nasheed, mashallah, because of the special night that we're going to be talking about. And boys and girls, The last 10 nights actually start this coming Wednesday night. So the Wednesday night is the 21st night, the first odd night. You know what would have been really cool? If we knew exactly what night it was, that we can just get the reward for 1,000 months. So what? We can just play video games all year long, and we can talk and hang out with friends and play and just wait for Laylatul Qadr to show up. And then we can stay up all night praying and doing dhikr and reading Quran and giving charity and do anything good that we can do and get all the credit for it. And actually, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had told the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam which day this was. And he was going towards the masjid to tell the Sahaba exactly what night Laylatul Qadr was. And as he was walking on the way, he saw two people fighting or arguing. And while he was trying to deal with that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala took the knowledge of the Laylatul Qadr away. Right? This shows you how much Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not like when we fight amongst ourselves. Right? Just like your parents don't like when you fight. And I hope that everyone has been behaving this month and being good, especially in this month of Ramadan. Anyway, since we don't know exactly when Laylatul Qadr is, and many people have different theories about what night it is, and some say it's the 27th night, so you see people staying up all night on the 27th and worshiping. But we know from our scholars that it could be any of the odd nights in the last 10 nights of Ramadan. It could be the 21st night, the 23rd night, the 25th night, the 27th night, or the 29th night. So it's every odd night, and we should try to make it special in our own homes, right? And try to stay up like Layla did. Do a little extra worship, and do everything extra that you're doing normally in the month of Ramadan, especially on these last odd nights. You know, because the reason is each of these nights is worth 1,000 months. That's about 83 years. You know, most of us, inshallah, will live a long age, but we don't know if we'll live 83 years. But by worshiping that one night, we get the reward of 83 years. Imagine if you pray 2 rakahs that night, it's as if you pray for 83 years. You know, that's 1,000 months. That's 30,000 days we get reward for. So you pray 2 rakats on just one night, and it's as if you're praying for 30,000 days. Subhanallah. What a great reward there is in that. Or if you did dhikr that night, or if you read the Quran, or if you give charity. It's like giving for that long of a time period, inshallah. And we hope that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allows us to find that. Our beloved mother Aisha radiallahu anha was asked one time, was there anything special that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam did on that night? And she said that he would recite, Allahumma innaka afuwun tuhibbul afwa fa'fu anni. Hey, wait, wasn't that part of the Nasheed you guys did? Yes, that was. So that dua means, oh Allah, you are the forgiver, you love to forgive, so please forgive me. It's a simple and short dua. Now I want you guys to repeat it after me, and we'll practice it together maybe 3 times, inshallah, okay? So you can recite it. Allahumma innaka afuwun tuhibbul afwa fa'fu anni. Let's say it again. We gotta practice it, okay? Allahumma innaka afuwun tuhibbul afwa fa'fu anni. Allahumma innaka afuwun tuhibbul afwa fa'fu anni. So that means, oh Allah, indeed you are the forgiver. You love to forgive, so please forgive me. So make sure you recite this dua on the odd nights. Now I know there's a lot to remember, and we have a lot of things in Ramadan that we do, but our second craft today will help you with this, inshallah. So again, you need crayons, scissors, and glue again. Yep, we're having 2 crafts today. Okay, and I'll show you. You can get the craft off the website, www.alhuda.mke.org/kidsfun. Both of these crafts are on there, and you guys can go back and do them later on too if you don't have time right now to print it off and do it. But those who have it, we'll quickly go through it. So this is what the craft looks like, okay? It's basically 4 caves, and the first instruction is that we're going to color, okay? We're going to color all 4 caves, and then we're going to cut all 4 of them out. So why don't you guys start coloring? You want to color, baby? Or you want to eat? Crayons? Oh, sorry. So again, there are 4 different caves on there. Once we finish them and we put it together, inshallah, you'll see what it looks like. So that'll help you guys remember on these odd nights what to do exactly. So while they're coloring, I'll talk inshallah. So remember the first story that we did was about the person who had open heart surgery, and he found out that he did not take advantage of the first 20 days. And now we're getting close to the end of Ramadan, and sometimes it's really sad to think about it that 30 days are going to be gone. And remember, the Prophet ﷺ said that whoever doesn't find the month of Ramadan, doesn't seek forgiveness by finding the month of Ramadan, they are not amongst the good people. So we have still 10 more days. It's a long time, and we're stuck in quarantine. And sometimes we want to watch and we want to do all the things that we want to do, but we have just 10 more days left starting from this Wednesday. So try to do as much good as you can, especially in the last odd nights, to take advantage of the time that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us, because again, we don't know, Ramadan, there'll be one more year before we have this time again. Okay, so Ibrahim has colored his already, so I'm going to start cutting his. So what you have to do is first cut out the 4 caves, and then we'll do the next part inshallah. There's one. There's a second cave. So make sure you read the messages that are on these caves, because they have a very important message. And this is something good to put in your musalla along with your bookmark. But put this in your musalla so that every odd night, and maybe you guys can make a calendar or have some sort of paper that tells you when the odd nights are with your parents, so that you can remember. So it's basically starting from this Wednesday night. So it's Wednesday night, then it's Friday night, then it's Sunday night, then it's Tuesday night, so on and so forth until the 29th night. I can't believe Ramadan is almost over, subhanAllah. Yeah, I'm not doing a very good job of cutting this. I can cut up people, but I can't cut up paper. Okay, we have 3 caves and the 4th one. You almost done, Fatima? Zainab, are you done eating? Almost? Okay. Zainab likes to snack a lot. Yeah, she has not done her half-day fast yet. Okay. All right, so now we have these 4 cutouts, right? So you have 1 here, 2, all 4 like that. And each of them, if you look at it, it'll tell you. Iqra is one of them. One of them tells you the dua for Laylatul Qadr on there. Allahumma innaka afuun tuhibbul, where it says better than 1,000 months. That has a dua on there, so it's a good reminder. So what you do is that you take these, you can put them all together, line them up, and you line them up together, and then now you fold it right across the middle where the line is. Okay? So when you fold it, this is what happens. Right? So when you have 4 of them, you can do individually too. So now that you have 4 little things, what you're going to do is you're going to take either tape or glue and glue all 4 on the backs of it, on the white sides of it. Right? So it looks like a little rock or 4 caves. See? So you have to basically put glue or tape behind it. And once you do that, I guess I'll put this. I'm going to use glue. Okay. It says A and B, so make sure that you line it up properly. The A's go together. So if you look on the bottom here, it says A, and there's B and C. So the A, put it together. Right? So there's A and A. Okay. So obviously, I should read the instructions about it. So match the caves to the corresponding letters. So you'll see there's 2 A's. Put the backs of the A's together and glue it. Okay. And then you'll see B. Where's B? There's B. So put the B together. And then C and D. There you go. So now you have a proper cave. You can make any cave, but to make a proper cave. So this little thing reminds you that which of the nights you have to worship and what dua you can read. So this is what the final product looks like. So what you can do with this is that you can put it in your musalla and remind yourself. So every night, that dua is really hard to remember if you don't know it already. So you can spend each odd night, maybe sitting with your parents, either before Taraweeh, after iftar, whenever it is. Maybe sit as a family and read the dua together so that we get the reward of it. Okay, so we are done with the craft, mashallah. Okay, so moving along, we had a contest last week, and we asked all of you to make a miniature masjid out of the materials that you had in your home. And it actually was amazing. If you guys haven't had a chance to look at the website to see all the different contests and the different submissions, please do that. The kids are very, very creative, mashallah, and they did a great job. So the winner is letter M, okay? And you have honorable mentions for the letter J and the letter B. So the winner of the competition is the letter M, and J and B came close. So which brings me to the next contest, okay? Now, the next contest is that we're going to be praying a lot in the last 10 days, inshallah, right? Because now that Ramadan is getting closer, we want to try to increase our ibadah as much as possible. It's like a marathon. When you're running a marathon, people are running slow in the beginning. But if you look at the end, people are running towards the end to win the race. So same exact way in the last 10 days, we're going to be worshiping a lot. So the contest for next week or for this week is that you have to come up with a homemade prayer. So you have to come up with a homemade prayer. You can use any paper or cloth. Be creative and as detailed as possible, and send us a picture at kidsfun@alhudamke.org by Friday, okay? And you can have a chance to win a $25 gift card. So the winner of this competition will get a $25 gift card. So again, make a musalla, a small little janimaz, whatever you want to call it, from whatever you have at home, and be as creative as possible, okay? We have an example here that the kids made. Actually, we made this in crafts when we used to have the masjid open. We could make it a Ramadan craft. So this is a musalla that the kids made. So again, you can be as creative as possible. You don't have to make this exact thing. Now, we want to thank everyone that took their time out and did these contests. I know it's been, a long Ramadan, but we've tried to keep it fun for everyone, have a prize for everyone. There are some people that have made something every single time and, they didn't win maybe. But we have a surprise for everyone that participated in the contest, and we'll tell you what the surprise is next week, inshallah. Okay, so everyone, if you have not participated yet, you can start now. Inshallah, there'll be a prize for everyone. There'll be a special surprise for everyone, and we'll announce that next week, inshallah. Now, last but not least, our shout-outs. So we want to recognize you for your first, whether it's your first fast, your first Taraweeh, first time reading Quran, or completing the Quran, whatever it is, we're very proud of you, mashallah. So this week, the shout-outs are Fatima Beg, who memorized Ayatul Kursi, mashallah. And then we have Suleiman Sajid, who memorized Surah Fatiha, mashallah. And then we have Yahya Khan, who completed the beginning portion of the Quran and is fasting full days, subhanallah. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward you and your parents and make you inspiration for all of us so that we can use our youth properly as well. Okay, my friends, our power hour is almost over. So let's finish with a dua, inshallah. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Maliki yawmiddin. Iyaka na'budu wa iyaka nasta'een. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد وبارك وسلم. O Allah, we are your small servants who come every Sunday to Power Hour to learn something about you and your messenger and your deen. O Allah, we ask you to allow us to practice what we learn and be good Muslims. O Allah, we didn't worship as much as we should have for the first 20 days, which are almost over, and we're really, really sorry. It's really hard for us. O Allah, please let us use the last 10 days to do as many good deeds as possible before Ramadan ends. O Allah, please allow us to spend even more time on the odd nights so that we can find Laylatul Qadr and make the best of the night. O Allah, please forgive all our sins and turn them into good deeds. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun wa salamun ala al-mursaleen walhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala ali Sayyidina Muhammad wa barik wa sallim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Oh, we forgot to do one thing. The Ramadan good deeds jar. Ibrahim, can you pick it out? Okay, what was a good deed?
Fast for 2 hours today.
Fast for 2 hours today. I hope you're doing the whole day. So for people that are doing the whole day, that's okay. But people that are not fasting, maybe they can do the 2 hour fast, inshallah. Okay. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Say bye to everyone. Assalamu alaikum.
Happy Mother's Day.